I can't even look at Nickelodeon the same, bro. In recent light of the quiet on set allegations, turns out that the nigga who made and produced a lot of our favorite shows growing up on that Orange channel is a certified weirdo. Now, before we get into it, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't watched a full documentary. Really, I ain't even have to. What I saw was enough. But of course, I still did my own research, so I know what I'm talking about type shit. Obviously, we're gonna talk about Dan, the weirdo, foot fetish having, doing weird shit with the girls on set, fucking ass. But we also gotta talk about the Drake and Josh shit too, which if you watch the documentary, you know, but that shit's fucking crazy. Back on Dan though, first things first, why did that nigga have to be so good at making good shows? Like, it's crazy to know that a certified weird nigga who has a foot fetish was behind a lot of the shows that I watched growing up. Swear I can't even look at them the same. And that's for all of them, you know, iCarly, Sam and Cat, which was Pete, you know, Victorious, which fell off after a little bit, Drake and Josh, you know what I'm saying, you name it. Hey, them headphones is fire, no cap. Low key better than the Apple. Hey, real quick, rank them first shows I just mentioned, let me know what you got them at. Me personally, I got Sam and Cat, Victorious before season 3, iCarly, and I gotta put Drake and Josh last. I ain't that old, so I ain't get to watch it that much before I get caught. Like, but the point is, they are some childhood shows we grew up on. And this one of those situations where you gotta separate the product from the person that actually made it. You know, like a certain singer who was actually pretty good, made some pretty good songs that you definitely heard before, but did some questionable ass shit, like questionable ass shit with some questionable age girls. If you've been on the internet, you probably seen that question, would you rather have 500K or dinner with him? I pray you chose the 500K. We not gonna say his name because this video not about him, but if you know, you know. What we do with him, we gotta do the same thing with Dan Schneider. But it's different when the stuff he make actually got something to do with how he think. Take this clip of Ariana Grande for example. I ain't gonna say too much, just watch real quick.
Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out.
What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, man.
Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato. Ew! Come on, give up the juice.
Go!
Because your uvula is that swingy thing in the back of your throat right here. I'm thirsty. I just turned 16, which means that I'm one of the youngest kids in my class, but I'm mature, so whatever, you know.
No, I ain't gonna put a whole thing. I ain't trying to make this too long, but you get the point. And I know we y'all thinking the same thing. What the fuck is this shit? Like, dead ass, my nigga. Not only is this shit he got her saying weird as fuck, but he got her busting out moves like this too. Like, I don't understand how cause see feet and be attracted to that shit. And if you one of them, you sick. But it's cool cause you don't act on it like this. I hope. This nigga on the other hand had Ariana Grande on his cast, took full advantage of the opportunity. That's nasty work. Speaking of nasty work, I still don't know the story behind his foot sign, and I'ma keep it that way. I just know this nigga was behind it though. When Nick had shit like that going on, why it take him so long to kick the off the team? I mean, they been looking into this nigga since 2000, and he didn't get kicked off until like 2018, 2019. Now, I ain't the best in math, but that's a pretty long time. Should've fired that on the spot after he made that Ariana Grande video. But nah, in light of the documentary and everything, it's been like hella reports of being sexist, just being weird to kids and all that. Like, bro, at this point, throw this nigga in jail, lock the door, throw away the key, bro. I don't want to see him no more. Like, if you watch and pay attention to some of these clips, you can clearly see how uncomfortable the actors were. I don't know what his thing was with just randomly scaring the girls. That was weird. Calling these minors that were like 30 years younger than him cute. I don't know what that was about. Like, at my young age, if a guy that was 30, 40 years older than me looked like he lived in his mom's basement and I knew he had a foot fetish was calling me cute, I'd be pretty creeped out too. And it's kind of sad because, you know, they were young, so it really wasn't that much they could do. I would say jump him. Like, he was a fat man. That shit would have bounced off like Tai Lung, Fat and Po. In all seriousness though, a lot of them got their start on those shows. Ariana Grande being the best example. Without her being the best side character on Victorious, then later popping off on Sam and Cat, we wouldn't have masterpieces like this. Like, I really couldn't imagine my life without seeing that Ariana Grande concert in Fortnite. Really changed me. It's what I would say if I was 12. The point is though, to some extent, Pretty much everybody involved got some type of success from the shows. Whether you want to admit it or not, Nickelodeon was popping off. And it was really all because of Dan, so it makes sense why they didn't want to fire him on the spot. He was like the golden child for real. He knew it, trying to push it as much as he could. Like, come on, what is this scene, bro? Why is she shooting bow and arrow with her feet? Do better, Dan. Well, he can't now because he shouldn't be allowed within 50 feet of any child show production, but you get it, it's weird. I still hate him for that foot fetish, by the way. I don't care if it's shaming, he deserved it. Also, something I forgot to mention from my research, this man made an apology, so you already know we gotta make fun of that in a minute. But for now, let's switch to the Drake and Josh stuff real quick. And man, it's really a lot to unpack here. So this all revolves around Drake Bell, you know, the Drake guy from Drake and Josh. If you didn't watch the documentary, he had some very illegal things done to him when he was 15 years old by the dialogue coach. I think his name was Brian Peck. No relation to Josh Peck, of course. I'm gonna just let y'all read a little bit for yourselves. These were the allegations that were made, and of course he ended up getting arrested, obviously. But get this, there were some directors at Nick that were actually defending him. Like, you can't make it up, they brought the receipts in the documentary. They came out with this auto-generated ass response, like nobody finna believe that. This is honestly like a million times worse than what Dan did. You need to put this nigga behind 10 doors and throw away all the keys, burn them actually. Wait, hold on, this can't be. Drake is a weirdo too. I genuinely did not see this coming, but apparently Drake was sending inappropriate Drake was sending inappropriate text messages to a girl when she was 15 in 2020. I don't even know what to say about that, bro. Shit just came full circle. I can't even feel bad for him no more. On some real stuff, what's wrong with these Nickelodeon niggas, bro? Why are they so weird? Like, I swear, people in Hollywood or just big popular people in general, they always got something weird going on. 90% of the time, it's talking to underage kids. Like, y'all can't leave these minors alone. I'm scared to even be a big YouTuber at this point. Am I gonna automatically start liking girls 10 years younger than me when I hit 1 million or something? I could really make a whole video about those type niggas. A dream. But that's for another day. I also forgot to mention that apparently Dan was the one that Drake confided in after the whole thing happened. So it all makes sense now. I guess it was his training arc. I'm just playing. Alright, without further ado, let's get into this apology response or whatever. Y'all see it's 19 minutes, so obviously we not going over everything. I'm not watching all that. I'm gonna sum it up for y'all real quick though.
Hey, it's Boogie. I played T-Bo on Nickelodeon's iCarly. I got a chance to watch the Quiet on Set program, and I reached out to Dan to see if it was something that he'd be willing to discuss.
Wait, hold on. Is that who I think it is? It's that one nigga from iCarly. You can't be serious right now. They really got this smoothie manager guy that used to put all that weird shit on a stick interviewing Dan Schneider. We're cooked.
I'm okay. I really appreciate you reaching out and giving me the opportunity to talk to you about what we saw over the last 2 nights.
I'm really glad you're here because I believe this is important.
For sure.
We've got a lot of things to unpack. But before I dive into my list of topics that I'd like to discuss, is there anything you'd like to start off with?
Absolutely. Watching over the past 2 nights was very difficult. Me facing my past behaviors, some of which are embarrassing and that I regret. And I definitely owe some people a pretty strong apology.
Fake.
Let's talk about the massages.
Okay.
Watching the content yesterday, it was disturbing.
It was wrong. It was wrong that I ever put anybody in that position. It was the wrong thing to do. I'd never do it today. I'm embarrassed that I did it then. I apologize to anybody that I ever...
Alright, this nigga yapping now. Alright, so basically from the start, Tiba was just listing like some topics and Dan would talk about it, and holy bro. I'm gonna just play a little montage real quick just to show you how much this man was saying absolutely nothing. And that was sped up too, so it really gives you an idea. Basically, to sum it up, Tiba was just giving him a bunch of situations and topics from the documentary, which were pretty irrelevant, broad, nothing too specific to incriminate him. And he was able to respond with a bunch of BS saying, oh, that was him before, he would never do that today. You know, the usual shitty apology. I guess it was your regular take and accountability scheme, you know, trying to make himself look good in the criticism. Because Tebow was low-key praising him, but obviously nobody bought that shit. If you did, you're dumb. In my view, it just make him look worse, because obviously he's just trying to save his own ass. And with the shit he did and got accused of on top of the evidence, it's unforgivable. But you know, it's crazy what a good PR team can do. People just gonna be mad at him for this one little second, forget about it, and move on with their lives, like usual.
But Drake's mom, a lovely woman who I stay in contact with this day, she came to me at the time and she said, Dan, I'm not good with words like you are. and would you help me with my speech to the judge? I said, of course. And I did. And he ended up going.
Dog. There's no way. Seeing Dan Schneider fake cry was not on my list of things to do today. I thought other apologies was bad, but I don't think fake cry can get worse than this. It's just so obvious he's forcing it. Most ingenuine tears I've ever seen. On that note, I think I'm gonna end the video though. I done talked about Dan Schneider enough. Not even gonna be able to rewatch Sam and Cat with my sister no more, knowing what I know. Just remember, it's Dan SchneiderK. Fuck Dan Schneider. All my homies hate Dan Schneider. And the nigga Brian Peck too, I forget about him. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know I ain't drop one in a minute. I'll just be uploading spontaneously, doing side quests and shit, but even to get more consistent, trust. While you're here, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. It's okay, I can wait. Bro, just leave a cookie in the comments if you made it this far. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever it is for you. And I pray you don't got a foot fetish. Peace out.